Hi, I'm Ben Romney for Desert Tactical Arms. We're based out of Salt Lake City. I'm going to be talking a little bit about our SRS platform here, Stealth Recon Scout. It's a premier sniper rifle for many applications. It's a multi-caliber design. First, I'll go through some of the features of the rifle as is. The bullpup design offers a shorter length with the same barrel length as any other sniper. So it provides you with optimum range and velocity and a more compact size. Also, it shifts the weight rearward, so it allows you to take offhand shots, but the weight is shifted back so you don't have a lot of muzzle weight out front. You can take better offhand shots. The Monopod is our own design. It's spring-loaded for quick adjust. I can pump that back in. It's threaded for your fine-tune, so when I get set up to take my shot, I get on target, and with my offhand back, snap that down in place, and I can adjust, even as I break the shot, I can adjust my elevation so that it's just right. Because we're a multi-caliber system, we had to fit several different cartridges into the same magazine well. We've got a couple of different magazines here. Here's my magazine for large calibers. It's got the full body of the magazine utilized and retracted shoulders for large cartridge diameter. For the smaller calibers, our magazine has the same body size, but a spacer has been inserted and the shoulders are a little bit extended for a smaller diameter cartridge. So we have the same magazine body size, same magazine well, but different cartridge sizes. We make our own suppressors. This is our 308 titanium suppressor. It's a threaded design. We went with that for a couple of reasons. One is because we didn't like the rattle that came when shooting on a quick detach suppressor. You get a little bit of vibration between the ratcheting teeth, and so we went with a threaded design. To avoid the walking off that a suppressor tends to do over repeated sustained fire, we designed our baffles so that when the gases strike the baffles on the inside, it actually turns the suppressor in a tightening direction to keep it staying tight on the rifle. So it threads onto our own muzzle brakes. Our muzzle brakes come with thread protector for when you don't have the suppressor on. Once I remove that thread protector, it just goes straight on. And I don't need any special tightening tools. I don't need ratchet teeth because every time I fire the gun, the gases keep the suppressor mounted tightly. Now I'll go through real quick the trigger assembly. If you'll look in close here, our trigger is fully adjustable. It's a match grade trigger. There's a hole on the bottom here, and this adjusts the screw behind it will adjust your pull weight. The screw in the front will adjust your creep. There's a screw on the side here. You can actually change the position of the trigger inside the guard for whatever your length of pull happens to be. Every trigger comes match grade. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a caliber conversion. It's very simple. First thing I need is a 5mm hex bit. Now I have here a Seekonk torque wrench that's calibrated to 70 inch-pounds, and I'll explain why in a little bit. First thing I want to do is remove the butt pad. There's a small button on the bottom. I push that button and my butt pad pops off. My bolt comes out of the rifle straight out the back, and now these 4 screws here I'm going to loosen using my 5mm hex bit. So those are loose. There's one on this side that's is simply a positional locking lug. So I turn the marking from lock position to unlock, just 180 degrees. There's no torque required. Once I've done that, my barrel slides right out. So this is my 22-inch 308 barrel. I have here my 26-inch 338 Magnum barrel. It indexes off of the feed ramp. There's a small groove on the bottom of the barrel here, and that makes sure that the barrel is in the same position every time I mount it, which helps for my return to zero repetition. You can hear and feel when the barrel locks into place. I grab my 338 bolt, slide it in the back, and the barrel head spaces off of the bolt, so that's repeatable every time. My torque wrench here, this is why it's important to have the torque wrench, because it's calibrated to 70 inch-pounds. As soon as it clicks, I know I'm there. and that consistency helps me to return to 0 every time I mount the barrel. So once I've tightened these 4 screws, I turn this positional locking lug back to the locked position, grab my butt pad, and put it back on, and I have a new caliber in 60 seconds or less. And I don't have to spend any money on a new chassis, I don't have to spend any money on a new scope, I don't have to re-zero anything. I'm shooting the same weapon platform. I don't have to get used to a new trigger design. It's all the same tuned custom just for me, exactly the way I like it. We also make our own 338 suppressors, titanium or stainless steel. I prefer the titanium because it cools down faster than the stainless does. I can screw this on and I'm good to go.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good to see me not here.
And that's it. That's the caliber conversion of the Desert Tactical Arms Stealth Recon Scout.